Hey people, what's going on? Um, it's Monday. Just got back from Summerjam this weekend, so I figured I'd try and talk about some stuff and go over some replays I played. Mostly this video is just going to be about sort of reflecting about what happened this weekend, trying to figure out where to go from there. Because Summerjam is what I've basically been pushing all of my practice for, and I did all right, but there are a lot of things that I still need to work on. Now I'm actually considering going to seasons beatings, but I'm really gonna have to work hard in school to make sure I can clear up my schedule for that. But I don't know. Overall, the event went well. In teams, I teamed up with Rai Rai and Have, and we won our first two matches, and we lost on stream to Justin Wong's team and Steve Harrison's team, which was Steve Harrison, Juicebox, Ski Sonic. And in singles, I won my first match, and then I lost to Rai Rai. It was kind of unfortunate. We had to play in second round, even though we were, relatively same region. But he beat me, and then I beat Josh Wigfall in losers, and I beat I think someone from Massachusetts in losers the next day, and then I lost to Chris Hu after that and got eliminated. So yeah, I played a lot of casuals there. Let me just throw on a replay while I'm talking. Um, I played a lot of casuals there. Um, I played Let me see. I played Cyborg Cop a decent bit. I played Lucky D to try and learn a Dulcie matchup while I was there. I played Juicebox. Who else? I played Chris Hu after our tournament match, and let's see. And there's a couple other guys I played too. I know there was one Bison player there that I played for a while. He was pretty good too. Um, I know his name started with a V, but I'm not 100% what his full name was. But um, if you somehow can see this video, just let me know. Um, and what else? I mean, I played Lud and Steve a little bit before we left for the event. I know Lud got a lot of matches in. I played Justin Wong too after the tournament. He was basically mirror matching everybody, so I got a decent perspective on what it's like to try and how he approaches the game. Even though Akuma's not his main character, obviously, you can still sort of get a sort of feel for like how he thinks playing against him in casuals. But yeah, overall I think the good parts of the event are the matchups. I feel like a lot of the practice I've been doing lately with the matchups and playing on Xbox Live did help out a lot. I could tell when I was playing people in casuals, like, for the most part, I was winning because, when I did win, I knew why, and if I didn't win, I know it was because I didn't execute or something like that. And, I don't know. I guess what went wrong against Rai Rai is, I kind of wasn't fully in my head when we started the match because I was kind of upset that I had to play him in my second round, and I got so caught up in that, and like also we played for maybe about an hour or two that morning just to warm up, so both of us got a feel of what the other guy played like. So that kind of mind fucked me too. I was like, well, he already knows how I'm gonna play, so like, how am I supposed to win 2 out of 3 if we played so much this morning? He already knows what I'm gonna do. So I guess in a sense you could say I was out of it before the match even started, and I just didn't execute the way I needed to. I was dropping, like, if I got knockdowns, I didn't capitalize on them, and I tried to fish too much for the sweeps and the knockdowns, so he just out footsied me. And that's another point I want to talk about too. Is one thing I did notice when I played a lot of the better play, like the more recognizable players like Juicebox and like Rai Rai and Chris, is like my footsies. Oh, and I played Marlin Pie a little bit too on Sunday, but I noticed my footsies like need a lot of work. I mean, I know for a while I've always assumed that, Street Fighter 4 has no footsies. Like, there's no point in trying to whiff punish stuff because, the moves, they don't have any, they don't stick out, and, there's no point in trying to, like, footsie people in this game. But that's how I was losing. That's basically how I lost against Rai Rai and Chris. Is basically because they were actually trying to out footsie me, and I was just trying to avoid the footsies altogether, and that just led me to like I couldn't get damage because they were actually trying to whiff punish and trying to punish the buttons that I'd press, and I just try and sidestep it and try and beat them without using footsies, and that didn't work out so well. So yeah, so I think one thing I'm gonna do, and one thing I'm going to show you in this video, I guess I'll show you in the very next replay, is how I guess I'm going to try and approach practicing footsies on Xbox Live, even though, it's laggy and you can't react as fast as you would offline. You can still, I'm going to still try and make an effort to, try and see if you can actually improve footsies on Xbox Live, because there were people that placed relatively well at Summerjam didn't didn't have access to good competition offline. Truehood, one of the Akumas, actually, I think he's one of the top 10 Akumas on Xbox Live leaderboards. He lives in West Virginia, but which has virtually no competition. I'll pull up the leaderboards here, and he placed 13th, and he beat a lot of good names to get to that spot. He beat Rico Suave in winners. He beat Damn Die in winners. Um, I think, yeah, he beat Rico and Damn Die in winners, along with some other good players to get there. So, you know, and all he doesn't have any competition offline. So, most of that work just comes from his own goal, and he doesn't really, post on SRK because SRK doesn't really. SRK Akuma forms are for the most part dead, but yeah. So he has 4.4 player points, 12k BP. So he plays a lot, and you can tell by his player points he wins a lot as well. So most of his work comes from Xbox Live, yet his work is still paying off offline as well. So it is possible to practice. Maybe maybe at some point I can try and I should have asked him how he goes about. Well, I did ask him how he goes about practicing, and he says mostly just this training mode, and he plays online, before events and tries to figure stuff out. But I don't know. I guess let me try and show you. I played a few matches this morning. This is gonna be how sort of I try and approach how I approach footsies, and actually, I guess this I'll count this as an introduction to online footsies, if such a thing exists. And in the next video, I'll actually go into these matches and try and show how I'm trying to improve my spacing, even though it's Xbox Live and all that. So, all right, here's the segue to the next video.